everyone, my name is Miss Linda, special needs educator and child neuropsychologist. I'm still on questions. The parent one asked me questions, so I'm responding to the questions. So the first question was the one I answered using a cotton wool. Kindly go and check that out. So the next question that I'll be answering is, how can you consistently improve your fine motor and the fine motor of your child? Or how can you make sure the child is able to grasp or own things with their arms well without struggle? And if the child is struggling. So that was the question. So for me, this is what worked for me. I've worked with the children who doesn't want their hands to hold anything. They doesn't even want to press anything. They doesn't even want to hold even a pencil or even a crayon. So what do I do with such children? So this is what I have done before and it has worked for me. So I'm sharing it on this video. So this is what I do. Things that are available in our homes. So I usually take sugar. I carry sugar with me. I put in their hands and then I use a bigger tin. This is a very small tin. So I use a bigger tin. So in this big tin, when they put sugar in their hands, then I rub their hands with sugar. We rub our hands with sugar. We can do this for 10 minutes. We can do this for 15 minutes. Just rubbing the hands with the sugar. When do I do this? So that the child can be able, it is like trying to soothe the hands. And you see, for me, I start from the simplest to complex. So the simplest thing you can use is sugar like this one. Then rub their hands using the sugar, and always make sure you don't do it for very short time, like for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. No, make sure at least it's 5 minutes, it's 10 minutes, it's 15 minutes. Just with them, with a basin or a bigger tin. Then you rub their hands using the sugar, just the normal sugar that you have in the house. They are very good with helping the child to be able to hold this. Children who are struggling to hold things or to grasp things in their hands. So the next thing we are using is the sand. This is the next thing we are using. The next thing we are using is the sand. So how do you use the sand? This is how you use the sand. You take water and you put water in the sand. You put and make sure it's enough. Make sure that the water is enough. Then let the child rub their hands with the sand. Do that for 5 minutes, for 6 minutes, for 7 minutes, for 8 minutes, for 9 minutes, for 10 minutes. Even you can go all the way to 15 minutes, depending on how severe your child is. Don't be in a hurry. Do it with the child. And then as you do it, you can sing a song, you can tell a story. You can tell a story as you're doing this. And make sure the both hands, not only one hand. The left hand and the right hand are always in use. Make sure both hands are involved. Okay, parents, this is what you do. You do this and you don't do once and you stop. Or you do 2 days in a week and stop. No, this you can do every single day. I've done that as a teacher and it has worked for me. So you can try it out. And I'm not done only with one child, with tens and tens of children. And it worked because they're able to feel the particles in their hands. And this will be able to help them improve their grasping skill. The next thing we are going to use, it is Swell. I'm going also to show you how you're supposed to use Swell to help your child. This is just normal Swell, you know, you don't even buy Swell. Are we together? I told you in my videos, with all the demonstrations that we use, you don't have to buy these. The things that we're using, they're affordable things. There is nothing we are buying here. We are not buying sand. The only thing you're buying is sugar, and in every home, I can assume maybe for once you can buy sugar at your home for your child. So the third thing you're going to use is what? Swell. Let me show you how you go about it. So you pour water, not much, just a little, not much, just a little. You pour it on the ear, you pour it inside the swell. You put the hands, both hands of your child inside this tin. It's a lunch box. You put it inside. Then the child, let the child roll it, like rub it in their hands. Rub their hands. You can rub their hands like this. You can rub their hands like this. Rub their hands like this. Do it. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, an entire week, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, until the child improves. And when it comes to using Swell, then when you mix it, it becomes mud. It's no longer now Swell, it is mud. You can even pour it on a table. Now when you pour it on a table, use, as the child has now, the hands are muddy, you can now help the child write with their mud. They can write on that mud. You see the Swell. It is as easy as that. Note this. For this activity to work and to improve your child's fine motor, grasping skills, their writing skills, the way they hold cups, the way they button their shirts, the way they shoelace, the way they zip, the way they bathe, the way they hold their toothbrush. Because when it comes to ants are helping not only with schoolwork, but with home activities and with everyday task. So note this. The activities that you are doing, you don't do once or twice and say they never worked. This is something you do over and over and over and over. You don't do once and say, okay, I did it once, but it never worked. We do things consistently. And don't do 1 day in a week and say it never worked. No. Don't do 2 days and say it never worked. Don't do less than 4 days in a week. A week are 7 days, at least 5 days in a week, at least 6 days in a week, at least 4 days in a week. When you go you take 4 day less, then it means you're not consistent. And the consistent counts when you do at least 5 days, 4 days in a week. These activities that you have seen, then now, and not only 1 week, you do them for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, and also 2 months. These are activities we do even for 2 months. And then the child improves after 2 months. But I've seen them help children. And these are resources that are very affordable. You don't need to buy this one. It is there outside your home. Are we together, parents? Any other question you can ask down on the comment section. You can leave any question that you want me to answer. In case you want me to discuss something in the next video, you can also comment down there and say, teacher, I want you to discuss this, or teacher, I want to see a video on this. I will have that video. So this video was just general for answering the questions that the parents and us about fine motor. I hope you're on the same page. So kindly make sure you subscribe, make sure you watch over and over until you understand. Make sure you share with other parents. You don't know who this information can help. So make sure you subscribe, you watch, and you share. Also leave a comment. Also ask questions. And if you want to reach me, I'll leave my email down there. You can take that email and ask questions that you need to ask via my email. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us. See you next video.